what's going on, family? Listen, we've had a lot of amazing guests on the show, and perhaps you may have never ever listened to those episodes. So we wanted to present a new segment called SONW Classic, where we go back, we revisit those iconic conversations, and give those full episodes back to you. Sit back and enjoy this week's SONW Classic. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Jason White, my guy, is in the building. What's going on, bro?
Yo,
Listen,
baby.
how does a guy go from a 1.9 GPA at Booker T Washington in Maryland to military to being able to secure multi-millions in government contract? Like, how do you go from that, bro?
It was a thing that really just fell in my lap, just to keep it 100. Like, I wasn't looking to be an entrepreneur. My homeboy just reached out to me when I was working at the gas station and said he is about to do government contracting with trucking. So I said, because of that, let me get down, man. Just teach me. Just teach me what you know. And he got locked up that same night that he was talking to me about it. I had to go down the YouTube rabbit hole myself, and I'm self-taught, man. So I didn't have the money, the credit, the resources for me to do these contracts. But I can always connect with somebody that's already doing that work that the government needs. I ain't grow up in the hood, so I ain't even gonna act like I did. But I was just in the streets. But all we do is connect. We connect the dots. You know what I mean? Somebody got the work. Somebody want to sell the work. We gonna connect it. So I'm used to being the conduit. I'm used to being the connection piece, right? So that was a layup right there. But then too, I'm just ultra competitive. If I start something, I gotta see it through. I'm not a quitter. I mean, I don't like to quit. So I be telling people about their IQ level. Is your IQ level high or low? And that's not how smart you are. That's your I quit level. And I always know I don't want to quit. I just want to be competitive. So those two things alone help me realize that, all right, I can do this and I can do this at a high level. Now, was I struggling in the beginning? Yes, of course. Hell yeah. I was super struggling because I don't like to read and I don't have no patience. And that's all you got to have with government contract. You got to read and have patience. So that was a big learning curve for me. But I just ain't no quitter, man. I just had to see it through. So there are a lot of websites to find government contracting opportunities. But when I talk about government contracting, I'm talking about it from the federal level only. Can you make money? State? Yes. Can you make money with the local agencies? Of course, hell yeah. But I only talk about it on the federal level. So on the federal level, all the government contracting opportunities are on SAM.gov, and there are 96,000 government contracting opportunities every day. That ain't a week, that ain't a month, that's every day, 96,000 opportunities on SAM.gov.
How do you take a contract, or let's say someone says, look, I have this skill set, I have these services. How do you make money from that, playing a role as the connector with the contract if you're not doing the work?
Good question, yo. So the mindset isn't about what I can do. The government don't care about you or that amazing company that you have. The mindset needs to be, can you manage the contract and or can you manage the company that's going to do the work on that contract? So most people mindset is just like you said, bro. They come into the game and say, I got a trucking company. I got an eyelash company. I got. Okay, cool. But there's 96,000 requests a day for product or service. So you should think about providing that product or service first, whatever it is, and then on the back end, on the back half of you being awarded your first or several federal government contracts. Why? Because you scratched their back. And then when you tell them, yo, but I really got a transportation company, then they go your back. Right? So the goal is to get in, see what the opportunities are, see what the requests are, provide that request, whether you're doing it or you're asking some other company that's formulated to do it. Knock those down first. Then you can come on the back end and say, but look, I got an amazing trucking company and we can haul or transport anything you need. Now you got the government's ear.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, what he's giving me right now is play by play, like play by play. Let's say, I know the company, right? Let's turn to a trucking company. I don't have a trucking company. I just know the trucking company that can assist with this. How would you advise somebody that is trying to submit that contract where they make money? Is it like a certain percentage where we're like, you know what? They give me $5,000, I'm gonna turn it to something else. Like tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so Pete Gang, let's go with that example, right? So it's a trucking solicitation. The federal government wants a trucking company to haul goods and services from Florida to California at least twice a month. So I know a trucking company that can do that because they got 18 or semi trucks that can go overnight, weeks at a time. Cool. So I reach out to Yo. I said, hey, I need a proposal for this service from Florida to California. How much are you charging me? Let's say because their driver gonna be out 2 times a month, they want to charge me 30 racks. Okay, fine. You want to charge me 30 racks, no problem. I'm going to put 10,000 on top of it because I know what the going rate is. So if I put that, because I did my research on other companies that will submit a proposal for the same price and the same job. So he charging me 20. I'm gonna put 10 on top. I'm at 30, but the overall, everybody else charging 40 and 50. So my proposal to the federal government is 30,000. He getting this 20 that he asked me for, but I'm getting 10 that I requested because and everybody's happy. And he getting $20,000 a month, and I'm getting 10 a month because that contract is probably for 3 or 4 years. I don't go for the one-hitter quitters. I teach my people how to get residual contracts, right? So we want contracts 3, 4, and 5 years, not do the work one time, get paid. Now you gotta hustle for another contract. Nah, that's why we let the compound effect take effect. So that's how you get the money.
Yo, what Jason is teaching right now is like what I like the most about what you just said is a lot of times we make money, we get a deal done, and that's it. We hustling for the next deal.
My biggest challenges were I had to change up my vernacular to sound like a business person over the phone because you got to remember we don't get the opportunity to see these people, right? So we got to talk over the phone and we got to be good on the email. So my vernacular had to change, not to be super corporate, just to be super relatable. Like people don't understand. If I don't like you, I'm not doing business with you.
Fact.
Period. Right? It'll never work. So I don't need to be on an email or over the phone on my high horse. I just need to say, hey, I got a job that you could possibly do. How much you charging? And just be super relatable to these general contractors that actually need work and don't understand the power of doing work with the federal government. That's one. That was one, changing my vernacular. The second one is just being consistent. Just like you said, there's a lot of times where people don't understand the concept. They're going to just go and do it. And then when they start to see there's challenges because they didn't understand the concept, they quit. So being consistent is another challenge that when you first are entering this space, you have to be consistent, change your mindset, understand that some of the things that I talk about, you may or may not even go through it. You may have a different challenge, but understand if you be consistent, you will get what you're looking for. I never tell people if you fool with Jay White, you can be awarded all these contracts. Nah, if you fool with Jay White, you're gonna understand the process. And whatever you're looking for from that process, you're gonna get it if you stay consistent. Yeah, man, this is a layup question. This is a layup for me. I call it a layup because I only dunk like 3 times in my life. So this is a layup for me. Understand this. Everybody can manage expectations. If you listen to the sound of my voice, everybody can manage the expectation. If you know what the expectations are, you can effectively communicate that to anybody once you know what the expectations are, right? So I use Google. There's a company in every city that's formulated to do whatever the government is asking for. So just go to Google. Number one, that's the first thing. Then number two, we're not trying to convince anybody to that we have a contract for them. Remember, they already do this work anyway. So all I'm doing is saying, yo, can you do this job and how much you charging me? That's all I'm asking. And once I know that, I don't have to lock them into anything because I ain't want to contract myself yet. You feel me? So I'm going to understand what the expectations are from the federal government. I'm gonna provide those expectations over the phone or over email with the general contractor. I'm gonna get the price from them. You'll see I got 6 workshops, live workshops around the country this year, starting in February. February 23rd is our first one. We in San Diego, California. California, show your boys some love. You feel me? And then you'll see all the other venues and cities that I met at a spot near you. Come through, come pull up on me, come learn something.
Facts, fam. And they learn a lot. We'll have those links down below in the show notes. Guys, thanks for rocking with us. Always remember, dream it, believe it, go out and get it. Yo, what you think? I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I want to know what you learned. So if you wouldn't mind, would you take a screenshot of you listening to the podcast on your phone right now? Upload to your Instagram stories, tag me at Sean R. Anthony _ and then let me know in that Instagram story what is one thing that you learned. I love hearing from you, my listeners, thought leaders, former or current students all around the world. Let me know, and while you're doing this, go inside the podcast app, subscribe, leave a 5-star review and a 5-star rating. Again, this helps us reach more people. And if you want to be a part of this mission, helping us change the world one person at a time, it makes a massive difference by you leaving a review. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. And remember, dream it, believe it, go out and get it.